You hear me here? Hey, beautiful people. Y'all join me. Let's do this real quick. What's up, people? So y'all join me. I have a live interview with one of the hottest managers, you know, in the industry here. So this right now is the one and only Bucky Raw, and this song is called Trauma. So right here we're gonna be, so this is one of Bucky's new song. This is called Trauma. Woo.
Running nothing, I'm holding the ground for anything. Y'all niggas all or nothing. It's CSE, baby. You hear me here?
You hear me here? You hear me here? I love it. Yeah, nah. So that's Bucky. That's Trauma. So this is Bucky Raw and this is Trauma. Today I'll be playing you know, most of Bucky Raw songs and Konah, the other artists, since I'm here with Liberian King George today. So let's play one more of Bucky's songs and then we'll start. LIB, hottest artist right now from everywhere I'm hearing. So from what I hear, this is the hottest artist in Liberia right now, Bucky Raw. Hey, this is one of my favorites. You know that's right. For me, for me. I treat you how you show me. Next time, don't say you. All right, there go LIB Superstar doing his thing. All right, guys, so that is Bucky Raw, as most of you know. So today I am actually on, we're going to be doing this interview with one of LIB hottest managers out there, who is LIB King George. So I have LIB King George will be joining me. So, you know, we can talk about his success, because I know he's one of the successful Liberian managers out there that actually really know about the game and, you know, helping out artists in Liberia. And if he's managing one of the hottest artists right now, not even one of, what I'm hearing is he is the hottest artist right now in Liberia. And I'm hearing this from artists themselves, you know. So we're going to be on here with Liberian King George. And Liberian King George will tell us the secret behind his success. Because as you can see, he must be a very successful manager when it comes to his art, knowing how to run the game and how to run the business. So this is someone that, you know, you want to learn from, and that's the secret here. We want to learn from people that actually know about the game. And if you are a manager who has this success, the most hottest artist right now in Liberia, then you want to know his secret. You want to know what's keeping King George artists on top. And he also manages Konah. And, you know, we've heard some good things about him as well, and some other artists out there. So I'm really excited to... So I'm really excited to hear what the one and only King George has to say today. So Liberian King George, I'm going to add you on here, and then, you know, we can start the live so people can hear your secret today. I want to know all your secrets. What keeps you on top? What keeps your artist on top? Why is he a successful manager? What are some of the advices that he gives Bucky, and does Bucky listen to his advice? When, you know, when he talks to Bucky, we'll listen when his manager speaks to him. So today we're going to get into all that. So y'all bear with me right now as I get all my necessary things here set up, and we can get into this interview. So King George is already joined. He's already, you know, on the line. So y'all bear with me. Let's try to get him on. I will play a few, one more song, and then I will try to get King George on here. So King George, I'm going to try to get you on, but if you also see me, if you can please, you know, send me a request, okay? But I'll try to find you.
Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourself for the first ever LES out. You already know you're rocking up with the hottest MC in Philly, and you already know the best LIB DJ.
I love this beat, man. I love the beat. This is... The beat is sick, guys. Every artist in this, you know, on this track killed it. Hello, sir.
Hello. Hello, how you doing, Mama? How you
Not
doing?
bad. I got to finish this track because I love it so much.
That's good.
It gave me the Method Man kind of vibe, you know, Redman, Method Man.
Yeah, what, Trauma?
Yeah, this is this one
Okay.
is the... I played Trauma earlier. Let me show you guys the video here, guys. To feed the children from poverty, this my diary of a country that's misunderstood with corrupt priority. So I put my pain and my struggle all in this poetry. So all of the victims. Ooh, the energy though, the energy.
the majority's here. Bound to hear my country people, y'all join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, I thank you for bringing us together. My country using the hit so that body won't suffer. Ain't children, ain't women, ain't men. Take a look at me now, take a look at me then. Couldn't get a spark out of ammo if you took them then. From Buddha Line camp, sleeping in refugees tent. Coming to America, praying the Civil War end. Yes, 14 years of struggling. We eating bread, no mayonnaise and butter. Rebels at your child at the checkpoint, you stuttering. My people, y'all come from me, they don't understand. My country taking off and waiting for mother to land. I was destined to win. I know that man and who man. You gave me slippers, your only hope just came to an end. You gave me slippers, your only hope just came to an end.
It accurately, pillow talking, they flatter me. Battery be the case to be captured from the gate. Take a portion out of your face, of my portion ain't on the plate. Extortion to be your fate, negotiations for cake. I'm fortified with this eight while you fornicating with snakes. My formula hard for you, they can't formulate what I say. That's boss for you, got game, it's a tournament when I play. Told my man I got the drop, he said that I go get the king. Live for the day, apocalyptic, too good for these cocky. It's like it's inclination.
Ooh, this is sick, man. This is sick.
And I don't regret it, that's precision, accuracy, get laughed if you rapping with me. From when it brought enough to smoke all the way back to Philly. These stupid niggas get frustrated and lose it quicker. These stupid niggas still don't know what to do with paper. Most lyrical, no hallucination. The noose around your neck is tight as I'm losing patience. And I ain't stopping till everybody know who the greatest. I'm a creator, administrator, innovator, in the paper. Reach my level, you need a plane, not an elevator. Hella haters, but I got cheddar waiting. And what I did to that Biggie beat was devastating.
Yeah. The rebel, rapid fire. Shout out CSC MBM. Check. I was told all is fear in the midst of war. I guess we win in every game, it's like we fixed the score. I can hit the hoop and confirm that I did a tour. Put up on my Snapchat, drooling in the figure four. This is raw, this is Pocket Chris, this is Big Shakur. Get it off, from a pound of sour to a saw. Flip your ball, doing shit that I don't need no witness, no. Max Shaw tearing up the counters in the kitchen floor. True religion denims can't tell me this not couture. My shorty ass fat and the swag is provocateur. Cases is a rock, now tell me what's vodka tone. I treat it like it's water, these daughters are socket tone. I'm on my own wave, now tell me what's lobster tone. Put my paper in a box, now tell me what's vodka tone. Not to lose them, I dumb it down for the sort of stupid. I gotta do it, I told my daughter I gotta do it. If this gun gon' get me home, then I gotta shoot it. This that D-boy, the rebel, yeah, rockin' music. I don't know what happened, I just snapped with my pop pass. I about to get the guap fast, my pedigree is top class. Reminiscing on days I was broke as I pop tags. Fantasize about drop heads, pop pills, and I pop that. Shake they dreads, my Uzi went up on my head. Spend a ticket at Barney's and go round like I ain't got bread. I got $1 million in the scope, zoom, locked dead. And he can never be my homie if he turns feds. Boy,
Already, guys. I love this. Oh my goodness. Like I love this. So Mr. King George, everybody, let's welcome Liberian King George. I love your name, by the way.
Thank you.
Liberian King George. So we welcome in Liberian King George, you know, Mr. I'll call you what, Mr. King. He's the king. And as we all know, most of you know, he manages few artists in Liberia. As we all know, one of the hardest artists, or the hardest artist in Liberia, Mr. Bucky Raw. You know, he's like the secret behind Bucky Raw. He's like the engine that pushing this artist. So I really want to get into his career and try to understand what brings his success. Where is it coming from? You know, and how is it changing the game in Liberia? So I know you are, you know, you do music, you produce, you manages artists out there. What else do you do that you would like to share with us?
Uh, yeah, I'm the creator of Liberian Initial brand. The it's like an online well, urban Liberian I guess you could say clothing line. We print out T-shirts, hoodies, mostly just Liberian stuff. You know, a lot of Liberian outfits. You've seen our T-shirt on the president, right? The current president of Liberia. I've worn our T-shirt before. A lot of celebrities have worn our T-shirts. So we, you know, we're major in our sense when it comes to print and wear.
Okay. So you also, of course, manage artists out there. So I just want, I just,
But currently Bucky is the only artist I manage back there. Stunna is part of the team. Stunna is also part of our team, who's managed by my brother Victor. So we work closely together. And but yeah, as far as Liberia goes, Stunna and Bucky is part of the team that we're working with, or the team that I'm working for. Because at the end of the day, I understand as a manager, you're working. You know, it's a job. People would
right,
think that as a
right.
manager, you know, you're the one that paying for things that, you know, to happen. It's not always, you know, the case. It's not necessarily like that. You know, I work for the team, and I provide my knowledge. I bring it to the table, and I get my advice, and you know, we sit down as a team and make decisions.
Exactly. So that's what I was going to ask you, because it seemed like you must be up on the game. You must know a lot about your management when it comes to having such a success in your career. So why did you decide to be a manager in the first place? Like what gave you that inspiration?
I started out in the entertainment business, promoting parties, like doing parties. Um, we were doing parties when you know, you didn't have like Facebook, you didn't have Instagram to promote your party as easily. So we actually had to be out there in the cold winter or summer, hot summer, putting flyers on cars. You know, now back then you had to go out and put out flyers. Now you get Instagram. You just do a flyer, you put up on Instagram. You don't even print out flyers anymore. But we started off printing out flyers. We started out, you know, doing parties in Philly, like, you know, booking people. Back then, I remember we used to book a lot of Nigerian artists and Nigerian entertainers. So I think it was just easy for me to make a transition between coming from, you know, promoting parties
Promoting.
to actually being a manager or helping out artists, you know, structure what they got going on.
So what did you see that was did you see like maybe a problem that you could help fix? Like was there anything that you felt like you could add? That's why you wanted to be a manager? Was
Uh,
there something you
I feel like my knowledge, being around for a long time, we made, some of us that started a long time ago made a lot of mistakes, but the mistakes
right,
were learning processes. So we were able to learn,
right,
and when we sit back, we see some artists are, you know, putting maybe putting money in somewhere different, thinking they're helping their career, when you're looking like, nah, you know, you can put this money somewhere else, that it doesn't really have to be, you know, music per se, but you can make it into a brand. You know, I manage a brand like the LIB brand. That's my own brand. I manage that brand. That brand has been one of the most consistent brand in the
mhm,
urban fashion in Liberian community, period, for the longest. So I think being able to manage a brand and to be able to manage an artist is pretty much the same thing. It's like, okay,
okay,
what do this guy really need advice with, or what kind of industry or people he need to tap into, you know, or how he can cut costs and still make more profit, you know. So it's all business.
right, right. So who's the first artist that you managed?
Ah, man, I say I worked with a lot of people. I think that the first person I really worked with on a serious note, I would say it was probably uh I don't want to get a wrong information, but I think it was probably Stock Vader, maybe. Yeah, Vader was the person that we kind of, and tell you, the funny thing is, Vader and Bucky made magic. I mean, the first Contra Soda, that was magic.
Mm,
I saw at the time I was working with Vader, and me and Bucky started reconnecting, because I remember Bucky is family. Like me and Bucky is like cousins. So
right,
when
right,
when I looked at it too, I was like, you know what? This will be something great. Vida's a great producer. Bucky's a great artist. You put these two together,
right.
man, you can work magic here. Something great can happen. And exactly what happened with Culture Soda 1. And it was a complete, that's a classic. I don't care what you say, what you do, that's a complete classic in the Liberian industry. Uh Fizzy is
Yeah.
it gotta be in the Hall of Fame, in the Liberian Music
I
Hall of
love I
Fame.
love
So,
that. That's true.
yeah, so we worked magic with that. Veda was a great producer. Veda is still a great producer. We still work together. We still keep in contact. But yeah, Vida was probably one of the first people that I worked with in the music industry on a serious note.
Okay, all right. So was it easy for you? Did he give you a hard time? Was it easy for you to
Thank you,
manage
Tito.
him?
Who, Buck?
No, Vader.
Oh, Vida. No, Vida. Tell you the truth, Vida is the coolest guy until like Vida is cool. Like I've really never seen Vida really get upset. You know, Vida is a chill guy, man. We in the studio, just light up the spliff, and Vida is cool. Like Vida work his magic. He's not a hard guy to do at all. So yeah, Vida is cool.
It will make sense that you wanted to keep doing it if he must have been a really cool cat to be with.
Yeah. Vida's a cool dude.
Right.
Vida's a cool dude.
So how long you been managing? How long you've been doing this?
Me and Vida kicked off. This was like I got before my first daughter, so it's over 7 years ago. Me and Vida
Oh
kicked
wow,
off
you've
like at
been doing it
least
for a while.
yeah. Me and Vida was part of a group called. If you got a chance, go on YouTube and search music class. Vida was part of a group called music class, and that group was mostly American music. A lot of people didn't know who Vida was at the time, and I had to tell Vida like, listen, you're a great producer, you're a good rapper, and you're a Liberian. The industry is
Right.
wide open for guys like you. Like you guys
Oh, wow.
got the tools that a lot of other artists or Liberian artists don't have. So you guys need to come into the Liberian industry and really take over this thing and let's put a structure down. Let's make something happen. And you know, at the end of the day, he's Vida's here, we here, Bucky's here. You know, I'm here now. Like Bucky said.
Yeah. So you've been in this country for quite a long time then, huh?
I just can't. I only there for I think maybe 19 or 20 years. Or I just can't.
Look at it, man. At 19, 20 years, you're talking about you just come.
I just can't.
All right. So tell me some of the challenges that you face as a manager. I know everything can just be all gravy. There got to be some things that are, hindering you
Can
or
I
something.
let me grab my charger real quick. 1 second. Let me grab my charger real quick before my phone go off.
All right, you good. So let's play some of
Wow. Yep.
All right, I'm back.
Now she want that for my girlfriend, and I want that for my boyfriend.
all right. You're back.
I'm back.
All right. So yeah, I was saying, tell me some of the challenges that you do face as a manager.
The funny thing is, the Liberian industry has two places that they're most relevant or can bring you more success. And the first location is Liberia, and the second location is America. And tell you the truth, they might have similar things in common that gives people problems, but then there are two different places that we're talking about. The way people operate in Liberia is different than the way people operate here, and sometimes it's not all about the people's fault, but America can be more structured than Liberia can be structured because of the technology. You can, technology help people here better to be structured faster and, keep an eye on your music and make sure your music is not being, just tossed around for no reason like the way they do it in Liberia. I think for me, the obstacle that been away working with these guys lately is basically how to make the industry how to monetize the industry, how to make money comes back into what these artists pay for, like the studio time, the video they're shooting, all these things, how to make money come back in. And I noticed that it's hard in Liberia. The vast population they can't support themselves, like in whether the politics, and they can't support themselves. How they get support through sponsorships, like cell phone companies, beer companies, those different things. So if you're not an insider, you can't get that first take of what these people are offering or what it could offer you, because you're not an insider. They don't really know you like that. They're not comfortable with you, or they want to give you $2 and they will take $500. You know what I mean? And you from up, be like, nah, that's not how I'm doing my business. I feel like I need to get the most profit because I'm the one that doing the most work. Yeah, you're taking me to a to a company to help me out, but at the end of the day, I need to be able to feed my family.
Right.
Also, keeping track of the music, like being able to say a music in Liberia and make money from it is hard, difficult. I don't care how you do it. It's people will record it and they'll go sell it on the street. So it's hard to really keep track of your money coming in or how you're supposed to get the America here. You could do it, but these platforms can guide your music better. Like, for example, if you put a song on YouTube, YouTube can make sure nobody else, download that music as long as you
Right.
register your music, as long as your music is registered and everything like that. YouTube can help you keep your music safe. iTunes can do the same thing. Spotify can do the same thing. In Liberia, you can't do that. Like somebody lay hand, one person lay hand on your song, a lie, everybody come and catch it. You gotta go down somewhere and they're recording, just sell on the street for nothing where you ain't getting no money off of it. So it's hard. It's hard when there's no money coming in. You expect the guy to. A lot of bloggers, like, I'm not saying you in particular, but a lot of bloggers will come online. Oh, why they can't do the good video? The song not good. The video not good. Okay, so if the man go and spend $5,000 on a video, how you supposed to make that money back? You're the same people who take those videos and dump it and record it and put it back out and give it to take it for free. But you want a man to come back again and give you high quality work. That's not how it works. It doesn't work like that.
Right. That's a lot of that just to me is so unfair, but then you can blame the people over there as well, because as you said,
Right.
people don't have money to be purchasing, music like that. So on that
Right.
note, right, how are you able to manage the hottest artists in Liberia? And I'm not saying this because I want to say it. I'm saying this because that's what even the artists are telling me. When I ask any artist, everyone keeps saying Bucky Raw, Bucky Raw, Bucky Raw. What is the secret? What's the secret behind you managing Bucky Raw and creating such a success?
First of all, Bucky is a great artist. Bucky can that's a new one. People call me now to say, like, when people call me and be like, oh yeah, the new trauma video Bucky Killer. All I can say now is like, the man can rap. The man can rap. Like, it makes my job easier. It makes my job way easier to say, listen, it's like you in a market and you're selling something, and if you got the best boni on the market, you ain't gonna sell much no more. One person buy that boni, everybody gonna come and buy that same boni you selling. So it's it makes it easier. But I think what helps me out is like me understanding or trying to keep Bucky on a level pace to say, my man, you know what? I know, you deserve a lot. You deserve more than you're getting right now. But at the end of the day, it's the industry you're in. You have to be patient. Some of these things you can't push the people too much. We all know you deserve more. We all know you deserve the best when it comes to the Liberian industry. But as far as right now, it's the industry you're in. So you need to learn to be patient, and we need to be able to work with certain people. We can't silence everybody. We work with people that want to work with us, work with people that understand what we're doing and want to help us out, and we can help them out too.
So is it easy working with Bucky Raw? Is it easy?
We do it like this. This how I think we do. When it comes to Bucky music, when it comes to what he says on a record, I can put my advice in, I can put my 2 cents in, but at the end of the day, I stay away from that a lot because, listen, make the product, bring it to me, and let's try to sell it. And if we sell it, fine. But if it doesn't sell, I can, you know what, maybe it didn't sell because such and such. But he's been in the game so long. He's a seasoned, I think this thing was meant to happen. He's a seasoned rapper. He's a seasoned artist who's been rapping, being in the industry for a long time. I'm a seasoned businessman. I'm a seasoned entrepreneur who's been around for a long time. So he put both of us together. I let him do his music thing. I go and look for the negotiation, and I negotiate with people and make sure he gets the best deal out of everything, every business we go into.
Okay. So has Bucky ever disregard your advice? Have you ever told him something that he said, no, I'm not gonna do this, I'm gonna
if Bucky never disregard my advice, I'll be lying to you. I'll give you a story, right? I'll give you a story about a song. I think I was out of the country. I was in the States. So I think I called him from the States. I said, yo, I've been getting a lot of calls. People are saying this song here, it's not good. Some people not feeling it, or they're not feeling the information you got in the song because it makes them look bad or whatever the case is. And he just cut me off. He even let me finish what I was saying. He just, cuz that song staying there. That song, we're not doing nothing with that song staying there. I was like, you know what? Cool. Let his song stay. Because I understand he's an artist. You know what I mean? Artists, if you don't understand that artists are the most sensitive people, then you shouldn't be in this game. When people are running around and talking about, these guys are really sensitive. They put their sweat and tears in these things, and when people just come and downplay it, it hurts sometimes. So when he cut me off, I was just like, you know what? Let the song stay. Shit, like, nothing gonna happen. Might as well let the song stay. And the song stay. And now is one of the biggest motivational songs is Scrapper Heaven. The song called Scrapper Heaven. It was a song that a lot of, some of our guys, our goons calling, oh no, you shouldn't be doing songs like that. He just straight cut me off. He's like, man, cuz that song stayed. And the song stayed and it's a hit. So I guess he was right.
Okay. All right. So you do trust his judgment as an artist. I'm glad you said that because I wanted to ask, like, as a manager, what is the relationship between you and your artist?
Very good relationship. Like I try to stay out of the personal thing as much. Most of the relation I try to keep is mostly on a level. If it's not business, if it's personal, unless he wants me in it, then I try to stay away from it. The same thing with me. If it's personal issues that maybe he don't think that I want him in it, he will not say anything about it until I approach him about it. So it's a very respectful, mutual understanding we have.
Okay. So although he lives in Liberia and you live in the United States, is it easy to communicate and conduct business?
A lot of independent artists, a lot of Liberian artists will always, they'll confuse managers or they'll confuse having a team. Huh? I can't hear you.
Sorry guys, the network is tripping. So we're gonna try to, okay, there you go.
Me?
Low network.
Can you hear me?
What? Okay, now I can hear you. What you said?
Okay, all right. No, I wasn't hearing you.
Yeah, me too. So what was your answer to my question?
What was the question again?
I was asking you about Mr. Bucky, bro, and you as a manager. What is your relationship between you and your artist? What kind of relationship would you say you guys have?
Oh, we have a good relationship. Like I said, me and Bucky, we're like cousins. Our family know each other. I've been knowing Bucky since Bucky was like 11 years old. So we've been around each other, not constantly, but we've been knowing each other since an early age. So our relationship is cool. It's mutual. If I have a problem with him where maybe I think he's not listening, I call one of the big sisters, I call one of the big brothers, and just let him know, like, yo, such and such. I try talking to him, he's not listening. Can you call him and try to talk to him too? And he does the same thing. When something happens, he call one of the people and they call me up like, yo, Bucky need you to do this, need to do that, and we get it done. And as far as working with him, because I'm here in the States, we have a team now. My brother, like I said, my brother managed Stunner, and my brother is down there, and whenever he needs something or needs some kind of representative, my brother goes and represents me when I'm not there. And we keep a very, very good, close relationship in that way. We're trying to build a whole empire here, man. Some people might not understand that, but then Bucky has the point that he understands that he needs a lot around him. He needs a lot of good people around him, a lot of smart people around him to be successful. And that's what you need as an artist to make a crossover. You don't necessarily need a record deal. You don't need a record deal, but you need a team. because that's all a record deal is offering you. A record deal is offering you a team. It's offering you a stylist. It's offering you a publicist. It's offering you a marketing director. It's offering you all these things that if you had it on your own, you wouldn't need a record deal because you have all these people to do this work for you already in the first place. You know what I mean?
Right.
But and the downside to getting a record deal is if you get a record deal, they pretty much own all your stuff. But if you have a team that's loyal to what you're doing, you'll keep it amongst yourself. The artist
Right.
still own his masters. The artist still own everything he puts out. You know what I mean? So we all play our part. Like I said, I'm working. I don't own none of Bucky's record. I don't own nothing Bucky's doing. I'm working as a manager that hopefully one day Bucky will blow. And when Bucky do blow, we all will be there and say, damn, we did it.
You know, you just said something that caught my attention. You said, hopefully Bucky will blow. I'm okay.
Right.
So you don't think Bucky is where he needs to be yet?
No. Not even close.
So why you say that? Because as far as most of the Liberian artists are concerned, they're all looking up to Bucky. Most people want to be where he's at right now. But I'm hearing from you that, you know, hopefully he will blow. So what do you mean by that?
That's fine. That's fine. Again, this goes to if you some guy, I forgot the guy name, but he said if you want to blow as an artist internationally, is the only reason why people even go to get a record deal or a record label, because if you want to blow international, right? So you go get a record deal, you go get a record company, because the record company has connection in all these countries, which you can't afford as an independent artist. You can't afford people in China, in Korea, or whatever. So you go get this big record label that can do these things for you. But when they're doing these things for you, they want pretty much your arm and your leg. So you are trapped in this thing, and even though the only thing they're doing to give you maybe upfront money, upfront bonus money, and use that money to be able to go and, you know, splurge, buy a little new car, but you forgetting to know that they own all your records. By the end of the day, they own all your records. All right. So the reason why I said Bucky hasn't blown yet, if you want to be a Liberian artist, as far as Liberia go, yeah, Bucky not blow. Bucky not make it, because Bucky, everybody know who he is. He's big, but we want Bucky to be international. So if we want that, then I mean Bucky ain't blow yet, because Bucky cannot sell out a stadium in Freetown. Bucky cannot sell out a stadium in Kenya. So he ain't blow yet. In Liberia, he can do that in Liberia, but to really blow where he can, like a Davido blow. I'll give an example. Davido record label, Davido had to sign with Sony to be able to even go global, but he can afford himself. He can pay for all his stuff. He has the money, but he's not gonna do it. You'll go get a record label who can do these things for you, but by the time the record label are coming now, you're already established enough so you can have the say. You can say, you know what, I only want to give you 20%. I only want to give you 5%. I don't want to give you, because I'm not an upcoming artist anymore. I can get 5,000 people to come see my show. I can get 2,000 people to come see my show. So for now, I have a value. There's some other white kid, I forgot his name, from England. The kid right now, I think he's signed to Universal, on all his records, on all his masters, because he blew before Universal came to pick him up. So he was already a big artist just in his country, but Universal needed to take him global. So they came on board and they took him global. So we want Bucky to go global. So to me, Bucky hasn't blown yet.
You know, I like that you say that. That shows how humble you guys are. And it really let me know, because I feel that this is everybody is looking up to. And I'm glad today you are here to really let us know the secret, and not only about the secret, but you are actually educating other artists out there on, you know, the game and what is keeping you successful, what is keeping Bucky Raw successful, what's keeping you grounded. So my next question that I'm going to ask you is, you know, as a manager, what do you think you can say to other managers out there to get them up on that game of understanding what their role is in, you know, when it comes to managing an artist?
A few different things. Now, managing is different. All right, you get a job as a manager. You get a job to manage a rapper. Like, for example, you get a job to manage a rapper like Bucky Raw. The job is easy because he's a rapper. He don't need to be dancing on stage. He don't need a makeup artist. He don't need a stylist per se. He don't need all these little things that pop artists need. As a pop artist, you're gonna need like a dancer, cultural troupe, a band, all the other extra things. You're gonna need those things so your work is more. Now, as to give advice to any other manager out there who want to manage somebody, trust me, you're going for a job. This is a job you're going into. Now, sometimes a lot of if you're gonna manage an up and coming artist, I don't think it's gonna be a job because you're not gonna start getting paid in the first place. You're just gonna be helping this person find them I guess connections, find them producers to work with, find them gigs to go to, find them shows to open up with, different things like that. Build that person brand up before you can even manage that person. Because if the person have nothing for you to manage, what are you managing? The song is not going around. People not really stealing his song. People not really stealing his brand or lying on his name or booking for shows. So you're not really managing anything. So I think it gets to a point where in order to be able to manage somebody, the person will have something that you be able to manage. Like the music is out there, the brand is out there. Maybe you have endorsement deals. You have different things the person needs to keep an eye on. So of course now you can go in and say, okay, yeah, I'm fully managing this person because they got a lot of stuff that I gotta keep my eye on and make sure that people are not taking advantage of him, because he's gonna be focused on his music and he can be focused on his music. He's not focused on his brand, focusing on his show, focusing on his this. So he needs people to take care of those things when it starts to get to that point. So if anybody want to manage, artists, help the person out first. Let the person make it. But if the person already made it and you want to manage them, make sure, you're going to be up late nights, biting your fingernails when shows not going well, when people are not, doing the right things, when, records not doing what it's supposed to do. It's a hard job, but, it's a fun job too. It can be really fun when everything is moving, when everybody's working fun.
I know the line was breaking a little bit.
Okay. I don't know what part you
So
missed.
would you encourage, young Liberians to look, to look into becoming, musicians? Well, is that something you encourage from the young Liberian youth?
Of course. Of course. I mean, now entertainment now it's a lot. It has a lot to do with technology. So you can if a young man in Liberia is talented enough and got a few good people around him, a young man can be in Liberia and sell platinum records online. I guarantee you that. You know what I mean? So Bucky did it in Liberia. Bucky set up some Spotify records in Liberia. Bucky did the iTunes numbers in Liberia. You know what I mean? So I tell you what, technology makes it so easy now for people to make it, but a lot of artists or entertainers are focusing on more of trying to be a celebrity first instead of trying to just make money. At the end of the day, you just want to make money first. Like, just make the money. If you can find a way to make money without being a celebrity, without being a top Liberian artist, why not go for it? Find a loophole. There are a bunch of loopholes in the industry right now that you can use and use to your advantage. And as a young person, whether in high school, college, I say build your brand up, improve yourself, improve your intellectual, like your reading, your people skill, your spelling, your read more, listen to other people, learn, and be a student of the game. If you're a student of the game, you'll always find a loophole.
Okay. So would you say that it takes experience to get to become a good manager? Will you say that it takes a lot of experience, or can anyone just have a passion and have some kind of idea?
If you have a passion, you can learn on the job, because trust me, you'll make mistakes. You'll make some wrong business deals. Of course, I've made some. People way higher than me have made a lot of wrong business mistakes. You can learn on the job. It's one of those things you can learn on the job. You can bring your experience from other places and use it in the entertainment industry. You can be I don't know, what you call it, a psychologist, and you can be a manager because you know how to deal with people. You know how to operate and deal with people. So all you need to do is need to be willing to learn the new industry you're going into and use that to your advantage. So anybody can be a manager. I mean, if you're just willing to learn and study the industry you're in.
Right. So what you call it? What do you think it would take for the Liberian industry to be successful? Because right now, will you consider us successful, or like what do you think it would take for us to get there?
Um, most Liberian fans or even Liberian entertainers always want to compare Liberia to Nigeria and Ghana, right? We say, oh, look at Nigeria, look at Ghana, look at Nigeria, look at Ghana. Do you check how many people in Nigeria are millionaires that can afford to buy CD? You not check the numbers? You not check how many people in Ghana that can afford to buy CDs? You not check how much technology is way advanced in Nigeria than Liberia? You not check how much technology is more advanced in Ghana than Liberia? People make these comparison because they don't live the life. They don't know. You know what I mean? So I'll say this. Nigeria is ahead of us because they have the resources. They have the money. They have the resources. They can do these things. You go to Nigeria to do music video. You got more than 50 Nigerian video directors that own a rare camera. Rare camera probably costs about what $10,000 to $15,000 for the camera. You go to Nigeria, these guys have a surplus on the street like it's nothing. So they have these things already set up. That money not paid for, and not free to got it for. So when we compare a second. Slow down for a second. Liberia will need to grow. Our industry not even there yet. We don't even have the population to buy people CDs. You do shows, you can't even charge more than $3 US for a show. So we're not there yet. I think everybody needs to pump the brakes, and let's just put our best foot forward. You know, Bucky is there. Other artists that are doing good. They encourage them to get on musical platforms. They encourage them to do the right thing and you know, use the best move that we have available. But trust me, we're not there. Look at our GDP. We're not there, man. We're not there. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. So
you as a manager, if you can change one thing that you've done before, if you can go back and change that, what would it be?
if I could change one thing, I don't know. I think everything that happened was a learning. It had to happen for me to be to where I'm at. I think there are a lot of, you know, small things here and there that could be changed, but I don't think nothing major. There's no like major move that could have just changed everything. You know, things happen. Maybe, you know, even people saying Bucky going to Liberia one of the bad move. That was one of the great move. You know, it was unfortunate, but we took that and we turned it around. We made the best out of it. You know what I mean? So I don't think, you know, we're gonna change. We're gonna change anything right now. It's just not make some of the same mistakes we made before. But you know.
Okay. So tell me one thing that gets Bucky sad. Like I know he can just be. I know he's a strong guy, but there got to be some weak point here. Like what gets Bucky just really uncomfortable and kind of sad? You know what makes him sad?
When people play with his music.
So what do you mean people play with music?
When people play with Bucky music, Bucky get very, 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 very out of pocket. Yeah, so his music to him is very important. So yeah, when people play with his music, he gets a little, you know.
You know, I like the fact that Bucky Road turned his disadvantage to his advantage. You know, the situation.
Right.
I don't know exactly what happened that he went to Liberia, but the fact is, you know, he's in Liberia and he never gave up. He's still pushing to do his
Right.
music. So you know, I feel like that positive energy is actually what keeping him successful. In my opinion, I feel like the guy is filled with positivity. So the people around Bucky, would you say he has trustworthy people around him to keep him, you know, going for another 3, 4, 5, 10 years?
I think person every level Bucky reaches, he needs to learn how to stay there, how to be relevant while he's there. He's in Liberia now. He's a target. He's a positive target. He's a negative target. He's a target for people that don't want him to be there. He's a good target for who wants to work with him and see him, you know, succeed. But I think, you know, being in Liberia, Bucky can only go up. You know, as long as he keep doing music. I told him one time, like, just keep doing music, bro. We ahead around you. We'll do our best. We'll try to, you know, do our best and keep pushing. But as long as you keep knocking good music out, there's no denying it. You know. So I think he'll keep doing what he do. Buck is a rapper, man. The Buck can rap.
The line is cutting off.
Can you hear
Hello,
me?
can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, now I can hear you. The line keeps going in and out, in and out. So
Yeah.
what are you now as a manager? What is your future plan? Where do you see yourself in the next 2 to 3 years?
Um, man, we never know. God knows, man. Next three, I just want to, we just want to keep doing what we like to do. Whatever it is, you might wake up tomorrow and want to be a fisherman, and if that's what makes you happy, go be a fisherman. They say a lot of boats coming to Liberia, so we'll try, we'll be fisherman if that's what we want to do that day. But when we wake up and however way life goes, just pray, and life happens. So as for right now, the music is doing good, entertainment is doing good. We'll keep pushing, but who knows? God knows. God knows what He has in store for everybody.
Right, right. So is Bucky open to collaborations with artists outside Liberia, or is he just working with artists in Liberia?
If the you gotta understand again, um, I'll tell you one of the reasons why Bucky has been successful in Liberia is because, and this is not to knock anybody in Liberia, right? But it's because a lot of people expected Bucky to go to Liberia and just jump in the pot with everybody else, and hang out with the other artists and do the same thing they've been doing. But we all know that formula hasn't been working for a lot of the artists. That formula of just everybody just in the same pot and just doing the same thing, it hasn't been working for them. So because he didn't do that, that also helped his success. That also helps him stand out. But that don't mean you don't want to do features with other people. He's willing to do features with other people. If the money is right, we'll do the feature. If the song is right, the money is right, we'll do the feature. That's no problem. This is the business we're in. Meek Mills and Drake talk about each other all day. It's been a great hit song together. So there's nothing wrong with that. The money is right. The business deal is right. The future will go down. That's no problem.
Okay. So in Liberia right now, you know, Bucky is successful in Liberia. What is Bucky doing in Liberia to help, the Liberian community? Is he, adding any value to the community over there?
It, you know that question is like a two-edged sword. What and the first person I ask this question, I always get this question. I think Bucky gets this question to us. Even somebody is critics always pose this question. Oh yeah, what you do for the people, or what you do for the Liberian people? But we forget to know that this man was deported with nothing. Who's helping him out? Like, let us be fair. This guy went there with nothing. Nobody stepped up and said, oh, man, you know what? Yo, small car here. So I think you drive around, tell the little children in the house so they can see you driving in the car. Oh, yeah, house here so you can live inside so you don't have to worry about, rent. All those things he had to earn them himself by doing what he's doing now. But to answer your question, yes, Bucky's a motivation. Bucky is somebody in Liberia that people look up to and say, wow, I can do this. Or most of the guys that got deported from here that are there now, been living there for years, who got depressed and got down on themselves. Almost some of them may want to kill themselves. They can look at Bucky as an example. The man can't give you money. You must just lead by an example. If I lead by example, you see what I'm doing, and you know you can do better than me, go ahead and do it. There's a vision for you. So I think the question shouldn't be, oh, what Bucky doing for the people? It's like, is Bucky setting a good example? Of course he is. Since Bucky man like no, he now goes slap anybody in the street, no. So he's living a regular citizen life. Watch that, and live by example.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I've been following him a little, and I see that, he's been going around trying to reach out
Right,
to the kids, especially the blind kids. Christmas,
right,
I saw him doing some things out there for the children. So, like
right,
me, for example, when I ask that question, I don't mean to say he's not doing anything. I just want other people to be aware that, this guy is not only about just, creating music and, taking from the community, but he's actually making music and giving back to the community. And I want people to, really know that as well. So,
right.
do you have any plans, any further plans? Let's say Bucky wants to change, the music game. He wants to stop doing, because right now he does hip hop, trapcore, he does hipcore, he does all of that. So what if he
Right.
wants to, switch and do maybe something like R&B? Would that ever be possible? Is he that kind of soft of a guy?
Bucky can make any kind of music if he put his mind to it. Bucky can make gospel song with an amen song.
so we
Bucky
could
can
say
make reggae song.
Did you say gospel song?
Yeah, amen's a gospel song. So Bucky can make gospel song. Bucky can make, he can make any kind of song. He can make reggae song with the Wind Your Waist. He can make love song with the one with the girl. So he can do anything he put his mind to it, man. He don't need to switch. He just need to be an artist. He don't need to be a specific artist. He don't need to be like a rap artist or R&B artist. He just need to be an artist.
Right. So give me one artist in Liberia that you guys really want to work with right now.
A lot of people in Liberia already got songs with Bucky. I guess maybe they don't want to drop it, but I think I don't know. I think Bucky got a lot of songs with people that in Liberia. Got a song with CIC, got a song with Eric Jizo. He got a song with Stunner. He got a song with Richly Myers. He got a song with maybe I don't know. Maybe for me, I don't know. Maybe JB from So Fresh, because they're legends that have been in the rap game for a long time in Liberia. But anybody that want to do a feature, just holler. What's up?
Did you say So Fresh?
Yeah, I like So Fresh. I like JB. I like So Fresh.
Okay, the line keep going in and out, in and out, in and
Yeah.
out. So now let me talk a little bit about you. I've been asking you about Bucky, but now I want to talk about King George. So
Okay.
what keeps you grounded? What keeps you on that solid level that nothing can move you? What's your inspiration?
I bet that's how small. Nothing can really move me. People don't really see me get upset. You know what I mean? I just live. I just
I
go.
think I've seen you upset before.
No. You see me went on a rant. I wasn't upset. I just went on a rant. That's all it was. That's all it was.
Yeah, you did go, and you know what? Speaking on that, you said something earlier about, on a serious note now. You said something about Bucky. He got deported. He too needs help. He needs money. And I know that some of the bloggers, were actually reaching out to Bucky when he went to Liberia to help him out. And I feel like, some of them felt unappreciated. So if Bucky needs help, why was it so, why was it a chaotic problem? Why was there a problem just accepting the help if he needs it?
Which one, a blogger?
Well, my girl in Australia, I know that she did fundraiser for Bucky. And
Right.
I know that, later on it came to be like, you, Mr. King George, wasn't too appreciative. That's because
Right.
you said King George, you're being ungrateful. I follow her a lot. So I
Right.
just
Right.
want to know, how can an artist who needs our help, but when we're trying to help him, the help wasn't received
Right.
the way, so why was it like that? What happened?
Okay. Most of the time when and this is from Bucky's side, Bucky really didn't want anybody, like, as far as like the people, quote unquote, the blogger, the name you're talking about, to really help, because he knew these kind of things were going to happen. He knew people just want to just come around just because they want to get next to you, and they use these things. Oh, I want to help you, and they give you the benefit that they owe you now. You owe them now. You owe them something. You owe them your whole life. So whenever they call you, you should pick up the phone. Or whenever they want you to come and do something for them, you should up and come and do it for them. So Bucky will always straight like that. Listen, cuz, I don't need none of that stuff from these people. They want to do that, do on their own, this, that, and the third. So even the blogger you are talking about, it's I'm not gonna come out here and expose anybody. That's not what I do. I'm not gonna do that. She can say whatever she want to say. That's fine. That's up to her. God bless her. But at the end of the day, man.
Did it help? Did it help, Bucky? Did it help?
No. Again, like I said, it's gonna get to the point where I'll have to say certain things that I might not be able to take back. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. But again, when people are reaching out and saying, okay, we want to help Bucky and this, that, and the third, it was fine. And I remember even one time, or people even in Philly here was telling me, when the Contra Soda 2 dropped, people wanted to send Bucky money. Bucky said, no, go buy the CDs. I will still get the money. But at the end of the day, go buy the CD. Because it helps my career more than you just giving me money and I go and spend that money. Go online, purchase the CD. Even if I'm not getting your $2 you spend or your $10 you spend, I will get $8 of that money, but I will get it the right way. You can't come at the man and say, oh, I gave you $10 or I gave you $20 because you actually went and bought something and you got something for it and you helped my career that way.
That's really true. So how are you making sure that Bucky stays relevant? What are you doing to make sure that this guy staying relevant, and what are you doing to make sure that he is making money off of his music? Because most of the Liberian artists are not making money, So what is differentiating Bucky from the rest?
Right now we're just setting up the network. We're setting up the network how to make that happen, efficiently. Because like I said again, in Liberia, doing that is almost impossible. It's almost impossible trying to track your music, trying to track what you do. But we're going to the merchandising a lot. You're gonna see a lot of more Bucky, Bucky Nation t-shirt coming out. A lot of CSC t-shirt. We're gonna work on that more on the back end. We just have to make sure Bucky was settled in. Now that he's settled in, now I'm back in the States. We can start working on those different things and setting up his own studio where people can actually go to record in Bucky's studio in Liberia and get paid from it. Investment tip, just in case I want to invest. That's what we're talking about. So invest in things like that. If you want to invest, so I put up a studio, make it the face of the studio. I make it the brand ambassador of my construction company, my Lapabido restaurant. I make it a brand ambassador because when those things happen in Nigeria right now, Pepsi, you got more than I think 10 or 15 Nigerian artists that are brand ambassador for Pepsi in Nigeria. But people in Liberia act just to say, it's not gonna be. It's like you don't have no gray area with Liberian people. Liberian people, if I'm doing something and like for example, I'm running campaign. Take for example, when they run campaign here in America, right? The two people argue all day, but when they come to the primary, everybody come together and they go behind that one person, right? But like, bro, you can't do that. As long I see you hanging out with that man and I let that man, you my enemy now. So that means you're not cool again. I can't look for things for you, and it's not supposed to be like that. That's why our network is so small in Liberia. We wanted to grow. So at this point, we're just setting up little things here and there. We can get more endorsement deals, more brand ambassador deals to help what we're doing, to invest in what we're doing. We're open to that. But to keep Bucky relevant, it's gonna take a lot of hard work, especially in Liberia. That's why I'm attention is really not in Liberia right now. We're trying to burst in the outside market. We're trying to target other countries. We're trying to target Australia. We're trying to plan an Australia tour. We're trying to plan a Canada tour. So we're working a lot of things that we do on the back end that people don't see. When the things are happening, the thing happening, you're not going to make a show. But we have to be back here making sure the calls are being made. The people are being checked on every 2 days, every 3 days. My man, what's up? The thing that won't happen. You're not sending this one. So yes, a lot of things going on. So
a lot of hard work and a lot of teamwork at the same time.
Of course.
Right. It seems like you guys have the communication thing locked down. You'll keep that communication going. Right.
We're trying.
Right. I really love that. So I will go a little personal here, and I want to ask you, King George, about growing up in Liberia. As you know, most of us, I don't know your age, but me, I'm 30. I'll be 39 this year. And the Liberian War started
I just turned 22.
Huh?
I just turned 22.
All right, you turned 22. All right.
Yeah,
so the Liberian War started. The Liberian War started. A lot of Liberians had to, leave Liberia. How did the war affect you as a person, and to be where you are today? How did that affect you?
I was small, so I was small. I was small for a couple of weeks. So I was small, so and then we had to run away. We walked from my mom hometown in Nema. Walked from my mom hometown for 2 days to go to Africa border, and we got to Africa. We lived in Africa for a long time. Something I consider myself Ivorian because I spent pretty much a large portion of my childhood in Ivory Coast. So about 8 or 9 years I spent in Ivory Coast, growing up there, went to high school. Bucky went through Ivory Coast too. We all went through Ivory Coast, and but the war didn't affect me much. I think I saw the two dead about it. That was it. But it really didn't affect me much. I really didn't see a lot of crazy things. We had some family members that maybe saw terrible and horrible things. I was fortunate. But yeah.
Okay. So you know when you and Bucky were together when you were young, did you ever know he had this potential?
Uh, Me and Bucky link up in Philadelphia. I think Bucky was like 11. I think 11 or 12, something like that.
Wow.
And at that age, Bucky was
Uh-huh.
rapping. At that age, Bucky was rapping. Bucky is in his
Okay.
early 30s now, and Bucky was rapping at the age 11 and 12. So I mean, you do the math, and that's why when people are saying, when comparing with other people, I say, listen, man, other people in a children play, man. Bucky's a rapper. Can't be comparing a rapper to regular people, man.
Is that so? All right. So tell me, let's talk about the union in Liberia. You've heard about the union?
Yeah.
Right. So, they did the voting. Now we got a president. Do you see any hope? Do you believe that, there will be any change, a positive change?
Maybe, and let me be honest to the union here, right? Maybe I didn't read all the thing they had going on, but just from he say she say, I think there are a lot of pieces missing, a lot of structure missing in what they were really doing. I think one time I asked online, and JB was the one that answered me. I said, "What would the union really be doing? Like, what would be the union's job to be really to really say, okay, they're going to be relevant to the Liberian industry? What are they really going to do?" And nobody could really answer that question. So I don't know what the job of the union was going to be or is going to be. Um, I'm waiting to get a real, answer with that question. So I don't know. I really follow it much. I don't know.
Okay. So, all right. But because the union is important, and Bucky Rowe as a big artist back home, I think he can make a huge difference when it comes to, raising awareness on the union because as we all know, this union is also going to help with copyrights. So, they can start making some money. So are you
Right.
encouraging your artists, did he vote? Was he a part of this, the registration and all that stuff? Do you
I don't think he did. I don't think he did. Um, uh,
He didn't. That would not be good if he didn't.
I don't think he did. I don't think he did. I mean, what?
Oh
Okay.
my God,
If
I'm
if you don't
surprised.
if you don't like I said, let me tell you something, right? If you don't believe in something, and one thing I know about Buck, if Buck don't believe in something, he's not gonna sugarcoat it. He's not gonna try to say, "Oh yeah, I can probably do it sometime because I know I can do it." He don't like when I do that. Like I don't like it, but let's try it. Let's see what's up with it. Let's go in it. But if Bucky don't like it, Bucky will tell you straight up, "I don't like it." Like that would be his stand. That he don't like it. So for me, I think the union thing, it was a lot of pieces missing. It was a lot of inside thing going on. I think they need a big round table first. Get a round table. Get people from other people to sit down on the table for and discuss these things first before you just run up and say, "Go look at president for it before we discuss it." It's like, no, let's discuss it now. Let's see what your job is gonna be. Let's see how you can bring those jobs. Let's see your plan. If your plan makes sense, then you can buy people into it. But if you don't even got a plan for people to really look at, then what we doing? You know what I mean? What we doing?
So for what I'm getting from you, you are telling me that Bucky Road did not participate in this voting that just happened.
I don't think he did. No.
I am disappointed.
Why?
What do you mean why? Because he is such a huge artist. He should be fighting to create the
He
change
can,
that we
he
need
can,
over
he
there.
show, listen now, but listen though, he showed his support for somebody. He did show his support. He said, "I support this person." Maybe he didn't vote, but he supported somebody. He knew who have told him their plan, and maybe their plan made sense to him, but he just think the whole structure itself wasn't making sense at this point.
So you can see him getting on board eventually, but just not right now.
Right now, of course, yeah, we all get on board at some point if
Okay.
the whole vision is clear and we think that it's gonna help the vast majority. It's not just gonna help the people that are associated with the person that won. You know what I mean? A lot of that's happening in Liberia. Like if you're not part of this person's team, if that person is getting all the endorsement deal, all the brand ambassador deal, trust me, if you're not part of that person's camp, you're not getting none of that bread. You're not getting none of that attention.
The line
Can
is
you hear me?
cutting.
I can hear you. Don't tell me to my orange phone.
Hello?
Yeah.
Huh? All
I said,
right.
don't tell me to my
So
orange
one
phone
more
because I brought my orange people on Liberia.
orange phone. Because I know you were in Liberia in December, right? You were there for the
Yeah,
entertainment award. I seen you. Yeah. And
yeah.
you know, on that entertainment award, why were you in the back? Why wasn't you guys in the front of the occasion? Why
You
were you
come and
in the
start
back?
get out over here. You come and start get out over here now because the people put them in a place sit down. And then when they tell us to sit down, we gotta sit
Oh,
down.
okay.
We don't got no
All right. All
choice.
right. Okay. Okay. That's why. Okay. So you guys were seated. It's not like you had a
Yeah,
choice.
it was a
All right.
sun seat. It was a sun seat.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Well, thank you for making that clear to me. So,
Yeah.
Mr. King George, do you think that Bucky Raw he blew up in Liberia because he came from America? Do you think that had a lot to do with it?
It had a part to play, yeah. I think it had a part to play.
Okay. All right. So what part though do you think it had to play? Like what did people see? What was that? How did that help him?
I think because first of all he was wanted to be people wanted to see him already in Liberia. It was something that people were anxious to do, was going to go in Liberia in December anyway. So it was something that people was waiting for. And then when he got there, you know, he still wasn't street. He still wasn't somebody who could just see outside. So he was still, you know, he was still a wanted product. So and he didn't stop making good music when he got there. He continued to make good music. So you know the majority has spoken. Now the few people who are higher upper and think that other Bucky should be hanging out with them and drinking club beer with them and they're not feeling good about it, so they're blocking him in all the other areas. They will get tired one day. They will come on board too. It is what it is. Like I've accepted that already, and I think you know a lot of people that are on the team will accept it. You know, at the end of the day.
Okay. All right. So who's writing Bucky songs for him? Is he writing these songs for himself? Are you writing this for him? Who's writing his music?
Who writing Bucky's song?
Yeah, does he write his own songs?
Bucky write all his song now.
Okay, all right. So what that's something that is so powerful that the Liberian artists have, because when you write your own songs, you get all the royalty comes to you.
Right.
From what I learned, and it's just really powerful, and also
Right.
sad that the Liberian artists are not getting paid for their
Right.
songs, because man, they will be making so much money, by
Right.
them writing their own songs. Like that's
Right.
just really, really
But you got
amazing.
you gotta also take into consideration the few minutes ago I said that being a rapper is a little bit different than a singer or than a pop star. It's a little bit different because pop stars, other people can write their songs all day. If you're a singer, if I was a singer, I got a good voice, but I can't write.
Right.
I'm not really
Exactly.
inclined to write. I can let people write my song. Let people write my song. I can write. They can write me 1,000 songs. I don't care. I got the voice. They bring the song. I will sing the song. But with a rapper is, you rapping. It's on top of the head. You just go on top of the head. It's not like song got to be a whole, breakdown in there. No,
Right.
rappers is a little bit different. So Bucky write all his songs.
Okay, that's really good. So let me come back to another serious note when it comes to rape in Liberia. As you know that in Liberia, 75% of women in Liberia been through rape. So sexual harassment, all that stuff is a big deal. So what would you say, is going on right now? How can the topic of rape, how can the artists help raise more awareness on that topic?
Um, you know, maybe it's just me again, right? But I see rape in Africa the same way I see corruption, right? I think they have the same problems because even the people that are making no law, and I'm not accusing nobody, I'm just saying the people that are making no law or in higher position, they're slipping the poor little children too. But the children can't say anything because they're in power. So it was still rape. It's still, sexual harassment, but because you're in power, because you have the money, nobody will hear about it. But if a regular person does it, in the community, everybody jump on it. Oh yeah, he did this, he did that. It's the same thing. So until the people who are even in higher upper start taking real stand, the music people can sing about it all day. We can sing about it. We can make big announcement about it all day. But until those guys up there start really snitching on each other, and really start making a big deal out of it, trust me, it's just that the little guy will suffer it. The little guy don't be suffering it all the time. They see him with corruption, they see him with rape. So at the end of the day, if people there in in Liberia, they always, people say, well, it's a rape culture or whatever the case is. Um, I mean, it's a culture of marrying so much in it. That's the African culture. A guy
But how
in the
can the
interior
artist
somewhere.
how can you as a manager, what advice would you give to your artists when it comes to helping change that aspect of Liberia, with their music? Because I really do believe that the artists hold such a huge part to play when it comes to creating change in the country.
Right.
So like you just said, yes, most of the older people, they if you heard the new song from Faith Vonek, which is called Abstinence. Have you heard that?
Right. No, I haven't heard it. No.
Yeah, it's a new song that she just put, and I really like it because the message, I feel like if children keep hearing that, it will raise some
Right.
kind of awareness. Don't you think so?
Of course. Of course. I think is it the reason why, and I think the females then maybe like went been through it would know this better than me. But I think most of the reason why females who have been raped, molested, or touched and the reason why they don't come out and say it, because they feel powerless. They feel like they don't have any power. They feel like they don't have any voice. So at the end of the day, the artists, I think what they could do, or what we could do, is try to give them voice. Visit schools, high schools, visit high schools and talk and preach to the girls and let them feel like they can talk to somebody. Let them feel like, but then again, talk to somebody, go back in the neighborhood, the same men are raping her, the same men are feeding the whole family. So it's like, okay, she's caught between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
She want to talk, she want to speak out. If she speaks out and she get kicked out of her house, will you give her a house to stay in? So it's a slippery slope. You know what I mean? So if we and again, who will provide shelter for these girls? That is the same got in a higher position again, that got the money to create shelter for these girls, who will not do it. So we can preach, we can go to schools, we can do some of these things. It will help. I'm not saying it's not gonna help. I think we're open to it. We can visit schools and talk about it in the music and talk about it at shows, our concert. We can make T-shirts for it. As long as the information is being put out there, I think if you're saving one person, I think that's still all right.
Okay. All right. So King George, I really appreciate having you. Your insight is just so needed. And
No problem.
before we end this interview, is there any advice that you would like to give to me as a new host that trying to reach out to the Liberians? What advice will you give me?
Be very open, be very down to earth, be very humble. People got their own issues they're going through every day. When you call them, and they might not call you back, or might not give you the answer that you want, don't get upset about it. Don't go try to turn the person's reputation because you want to get that person's attention. I think there are a bunch of other artists that out here. If one person not giving you attention, find somebody else. And maybe if you made that person blow up, that person might be your best friend. Who knows? But I think
All
just
right.
keep doing a good job. Be respectful.
All right. Thank you so much. So what
Thank you.
what what advice would Bucky Roy give us right now if he was the one talking?
Go listen to that new trauma freestyle, and the new joint with Ice Prince dropping soon. So keep an eye on for that. But yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Appreciate you.
All right. So everyone, this is LIB King George. I mean, this guy is the one you want to talk to. You want to hear what he has to say. And as you can tell, he's highly intelligent. He knows his game. He knows what he's about. So it is an honor really having you here today
Thank
to,
you, Mama.
share your insight. I truly appreciate it. Say hi to
Thank you.
Mr. Bucky. Hopefully I will get to meet him one day or have him on the show one day. I know
All
you
right.
guys don't want him on live for now, but that's perfect. So I
All right.
really
Thank you.
appreciate you. Thank you so much, and you have a great day. I'll talk to you sometime.
All right. Thank you.
All right, bye bye. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So this interview is about to be over. So that was the one and only Liberian King George, and most of us know King George. He's over here managing the hottest artist in Liberia, and this is what we are all saying. It's not just me saying it. So I'm gonna play this song, and then we'll end the interview. You think I feel y'all? No ma bene. No ma bene. Bene. KK. Ikalaka KK. Hey. Hey. You think I fix it, Jada, yo? Thank you. I appreciate it. You think I fix it, Jada, yo? You think I'm Jada, yo? Hey, Papa Jonah, no my business. Take back. Hey. Take kare. Coupe. Kakale, kakale. Take kale. Coupe. Kakale, kakale. Okay?
You think I'm fizzy, Jada, yo? You think I'm on Missy, Jada, yo? I do it all, I'm picking Jada, yo. Your song better not be on the fuck. You think I'm fizzy, Jada, yo?
You think I'm mocking you, Jada, yo? Hey. I'm not picking Jada, yo. Papa Jonah, no my business. Trap code, no my business. Take kale. Let my business. What? 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 Hey, man. Alrighty, my beautiful people. It's been a long day. Let me come find my way home. All right, beautiful people. I appreciate every single one of you for joining in today and tuning in to listen to this interview. As you know, I was joined by LIB, one of the most successful managers out there. He's managing the hardest artists in Liberia, so he is the hardest manager out there. And I want to thank him for, I reached out to him and he didn't say no. I thank you so much, King George, for agreeing to join this platform. Thank you for your knowledge. Thank you for your insight. I hope it was really educating to you guys out there that want to know what is the success behind Bucky. That's what we were trying to get at today. And he told you guys what his success is. And, let's just keep supporting each other. Let's keep supporting Liberian music. Let's keep supporting music, period. Let's keep supporting artists, from Liberia, artists from Africa. Let's be open minded, and let's work together. Let's work together to create this strong industry that we all are hoping, will exist one day because it doesn't exist right now, but it will exist. So I will continue. My platform is open to all the artists. If you're an artist, you're a manager, and you would like to, promote your music, you would like to come on the show and share your knowledge. It's not only about music, it's about, really sharing your knowledge with each other so we can all learn from one another and see how we can, how we can elevate ourselves and also elevate each other. So please, y'all feel free, reach out to me. I am totally open and willing to work with anyone who, wants to work. So y'all, thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all have a lovely day. It is 5:42 p.m. here in Portland, Oregon. I'm still in the studio, so I'm about to get ready, head home, and start my day. Big up to you, biggest bird shallow. Always so much respect. Big up to you, my guest, King George. So everybody, you have a lovely day, okay? And y'all, thank you so much for joining me today on this live. I love you all, and you all have a lovely day. I will talk to you guys another time. Thank you, Judge Simmons. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right.